These are the jobs you may not see every day, but just know we're working hard to make Hillsborough County a better place to live, work, and play. Subscribe to our YouTube page for more great county-related videos, only on HTV.
Psst, hey, would you do me a favor? Grab your phone or smart device and open up that camera. Then point it right here at the QR code. Do you have it? I'll wait a second. When you see the link pop up on your screen, give it a tap. You ready? Boom! Welcome to the Hillsborough County official YouTube channel. We've got all sorts of videos here, all about what makes our community such an awesome place. From local events and community highlights to what's in the perfect Cuban sandwich. We've got it all. We're always adding new things, so while you're here, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss a new video. Here's that QR code again, just in case you missed it. Go ahead and check it out. Ooh. This must have fallen out of that video. This really is the perfect Cuban sandwich.
Hey, the new house looks great. How are you liking it here?
Well,
You wouldn't expect this in your home.
What?
Why on earth would you do it in ours? Hillsborough County put waste in its place.
Hey everyone, did you know you could watch today's meeting live and on your smart device? Head on over to the Hillsborough County Meetings channel on the YouTube app. Click subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can be automatically notified when Hillsborough County Meetings goes live. You can also browse any of our past meetings by swiping to the left and scrolling down. All that's left to do is just to click on a video. It's that easy!
morning and welcome to the November 9, 2023 quarterly meeting of the Hillsborough County Tourist Development Council. This time we'll have a roll call to establish quorum.
Thank you, Chairman. Hagan,
Here.
Castor, Gonsmart Williams,
Here.
Mackinac, Manthe, Placencia, Antonaccio,
Here, remotely.
Morrison, Kilton. Nate said he wouldn't be able to make it today. And Ross.
Here.
So we have a quorum.
Okay, great. Assume everyone had an opportunity to review the minutes. If there are no changes, can we have a motion to approve? Motion by Mr. Placencia, second Mr. Morrison. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Public comment. Does anyone here wish to speak in front of the board?
I don't believe we have any
All right.
sign up.
So Ron, you're up.
Okay, I will be a little brief because we have a lineup of good speakers today, and I want to be mindful of your time. If you can turn to the first page of the financial report, administrative report. The first one is a 3-cent statement of revenues and expenses. As you well know, we have very defined contracts for expenditures, so they all fell in line, including the pending Plant City sports facility, which now has been completed, and they met the requirements of the contract for the match, and so you'll see that. So the big summary of this year end is the continued growth in revenues, frankly far exceeding our projections. I know we've all purposefully been conservative each year when we've done them, and that's fine because we can always take excess revenues over expenses. First of all, by contract, Visit Tampa Bay has an overage opportunity, and so when you see this bottom line number of total revenues minus expenditures, which is very healthy, you'll see that for both the 3-cent and the 6-cent. Keep in mind that a good percentage of that, when we finish our calculations, is available as an overage to Visit Tampa Bay. And of course, that's subject to the Board of County Commission approving that. So that's kind of the summary of the 3-cent. If you'll turn next to the 6, you'll see the same thing, a very healthy revenues minus expenditures for year end. And again, the same issue. In aggregate, we'll do that calculation of the 30% that's in the 6-cent and the 75% that's in the 3-cent, which is the formula we've used for years for this allocation for Visit Tampa Bay. We'll do that math in aggregate and bring that forward to the Board of County Commission. Of course, we'll apprise you of that in the February meeting. If you will, just turn to the next page, which is the full chart of the 6-cent collections. And so you can see at the bottom just the phenomenal increase over the years, even with the COVID impacts. And you can track through that on the 6-cent. So we finished the year at almost $66 million for collections on the full 6-cent. If you'll go to the next page. This is the 1 through 3, so what we tend to say is the 3 cents. And again, you can see at year end, we finished at almost $33 million in collections, 14% above last year, which was a record year. So we've set another record year on all of these collections. And then if you'll turn to the next page, that's the 6-cent. And then lastly, the chart that we usually share with you, just so visually you can kind of compare the various years since 2020. And of course, even with the seasonality, and I I think we only dropped below last year in 2 collection cycles. And so good news on that front. So with that, I'd make myself available for any questions and ask for you to accept the report.
Any questions, comments? If not, can we have a motion to approve or accept? Motion, Mr. Collier. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Placencia. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
The motion carries unanimously. Okay, we have our first presentation.
Yes.
Is Mr. Lovelace here? From the Tampa Port Authority. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Greg Lovelace. I'm the Vice President of Business Development for Port Tampa Bay. It's my first time to address the body, but I do see a lot of familiar faces here. Nice to see. First, I'd like to thank you for inviting Port Tampa Bay, or Tampa Port Authority, as we are also known, to your quarterly meeting. I'll keep my remarks brief. I'll just do a quick overview of the port, but then my comments will focus on our cruise industry, our cruise business. As many of you know, slide 2, oh, next slide, okay. Okay, as many of you know, Port Tampa Bay is Florida's largest and most diversified port. I won't go through all of the bullet points there, but you know, it basically comes down to our tonnage in the land area that we cover here. On the next slide is an image that just reflects some of the diversity that we do have at the port. From containers on the left, you see liquid bulk, dry bulk containers, cruise ships, shipbuilding, and on. So the next slide is a snapshot that kind of condenses those different lines of business. For example, energy, the vast majority of petroleum goods, gasoline, diesel fuel, jet fuel for not only Tampa, but Orlando Airport comes through the Port of Tampa. We have a large fertilizer and agricultural business, namely based on the fertilizer industry, Mosaic. A lot of construction and building materials from steel, lumber, pipe, you know, all kinds of different aggregates and cement. All that flows through the port. In shipbuilding and repair, we have 4 shipyards inside the port that are very important to our business. I don't know why containers was left off that slide, but you know, containers is a very important part of our business and one of our fastest growing lines of business. And then, of course, the cruise business, which is what I'll delve into now. So next slide, please. So just a couple slides on sort of the trends in the industry. This slide shows that North America remains the largest source market for cruising in the world. So you can see, it's kind of hard to see, it's a little bit fuzzy maybe, but the top line is North America, and then it goes down to, you know, Western Europe, Asia. But by far, North America is the largest supplier or source of cruisers in the world. Next slide. And then where are they going? Again, the top line is the number one, and that's the Caribbean, Western Caribbean primarily, and then on down, you know, Europe, Mediterranean, North Europe. But again, you can see the Caribbean is the predominant destination. So you have North American cruisers, you have Caribbean, primarily Western Caribbean, and that makes for a good combination. Tampa is in the perfect location to serve that market. Next slide, please. For the 2022-23 cruise year, Port Tampa Bay was ranked number 8th in the country, in the U.S., for most passengers going through the port. Of course, some of the big 3, as we call them, Miami, Port Everglades, Canaveral, they're close to the Eastern Caribbean, which has, you know, 1 million destinations, so it's hard to compete with that type of volume, but we're in a great position to serve the Western Caribbean, and that's our niche. Next slide, please. So, you know, you combine all of that, our geographical proximity, source market, destination market, and then you throw in there kind of the what we have to offer as a community. And cruise lines, you know, they rely on the what the cruise passengers like and, what they want. And if they get good ratings on their cruise, they will come back. They will bring their ships back, and we are constantly telling them about the development, especially in the, Sparkman Wharf, Water Street, downtown Tampa area, things to do for the passengers, either pre or post, the aquarium, the streetcar to Ybor City, the Riverwalk, the best beaches in the world across the bay, and the Busch Gardens, Sparkman Wharf. So I could go on with that list, but those are kind of the big ones, and they see that, especially with all the development at Water Street now. It's hard to hide what's going on in Tampa, so it's very well known. So besides the significant investments and all that, that's what I wanted to point out. It's important to have things here for the guests to do. Next slide. I think this is a very important slide to really kind of convey, is that a study was done, and more than 6 in 10 people, 63%, who take a cruise will return to a destination they visited, and that includes the home port too. So, it could be a destination in the Caribbean, but it also includes the home port. So a lot of people, they go on a cruise out of here, they leave and they come back, they go, wow, we need to come back here for a weekend, or we need to come back next year for a week's vacation. So that's a strong number that we think is great for the community. Next slide, please. So the high season for cruise ships in Tampa begins this month. This slide shows all the cruise ships that you'll see during the winter season. The Carnival Pride begins her season actually this coming Sunday. NCL Jade will be the following Sunday. Celebrity Constellation in November 22nd. The Enchantment of the Seas will be November 22nd, 7th. So November is really the beginning of our high season. We've just come out of the summer. A lot of those ships will go north to the cooler climates, serve some of the markets in Canada and such. But the winter is when we see all the busiest activity. A couple of them go year-round, so you will see a couple here. But this is our lineup for the season, and we'll get many 3-ship days, which is our maximum. We can accommodate up to 3. And I just wanted to point out, I was talking to Rob Higgins a few minutes ago, and on the NCL Jade, we've been working with the Tampa Bay Lightning. They have a themed cruise on the Jade in January, which is kind of cool. So they have blocked out a certain number of cabins on the ship. They're going to have some of the alumni members on the ship go with them. A lot of Lightning fans will be on there, and so actually we have a meeting with them next Tuesday to, go down to the port and set up a VIP area for them to check in and really kind of, do it up, because we like working with our local partners. Same with Visit Tampa Bay. We work very closely with them. They're a great partner, and so we're always trying to work together to increase the business here. Next slide, please. So we recently had a economic impact report done for us in July. It was completed by Martin and Associates. And this is sort of the summary sheet here. So in the 23 season, 22-23, our fiscal year is probably the same as yours, October 1 through September 30th, which coincides with the cruise season too. So it's a good time period to look at. We had 249 vessel calls carrying over 1 million passengers. 248 of those 249 were home port sales, meaning that the cruise started in Tampa and ended in Tampa. And when a home port comes to the port, they take on not only passengers but also supplies in Tampa, while the in-transit port of calls don't take on passengers, they don't take on supplies. So the home port vessels actually generate more of an economic impact than the in-transit ones. Even though we welcome them, we love them, and it's a great way to bring them into the port and let them see the community. In terms of economic impact, it's those home port vessel calls that make the biggest difference. And I think the number 648 million was the total economic impact from that report. That's just our cruise business. That's hotels, pre or post, supplies from caterers, food and beverage, flowers. Every time they come in, they pick up flowers from the local providers, these local public relations and advertising firms, Of course, parking, taxis, buses, Ubers, security, linen services is a big one that apparently they use a lot of linens, when they come into the port. And then, of course, the things like, stevedoring and pilots and waste disposal and things like that. So I believe that's the last slide. Happy to entertain any questions if anyone has any.
Thank you, sir, for the presentation. I've got one question. Because candidly, I've only been on 2 cruises, loved them both. One was out of Tampa, one was out of Fort Lauderdale. And clearly Tampa's on fire. But the question I have, is the pre and post cruise market, as far as activities and attractions, is that a very big market or a very big percentage of those that on cruises? Because when I took a cruise out of Tampa and then went out of Fort Lauderdale, it was just go to the ship and left. And so I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. It's really hard for us to wrap our arms around that one, just because we're not privy to a lot of those details. The cruise lines kind of hold them close to their vest as far as, because they set up some of these pre and post tours. But what I will tell you is the longer the cruise, typically people are flying in from further distances, and they tend to come in a day or 2 early, stay at a hotel, whether it's usually pre as opposed to post. So, on a shorter cruise, you're more likely to get drive-in passengers, drive in from Wesley Chapel, hop on the ship and go. Whereas, you get a week-long cruise, 6, 7, or 8 days, probably going to get people from Chicago or New York or Indianapolis or something that will fly in. And most people will come in. They don't want to fly in the day of the cruise, because then it's just too stressful and, you miss a connection or whatever. So, and we do have a lot of, 6, 7, 8-day cruises. So we know there's a lot of people flying in, and that's part of the economic impact is coming into the, #1 airport in the country. So they love that. But yeah, so I don't have any hard numbers to share with you, but I will say the longer the cruise, more likely we'll have overnight visitors.
Sure, makes sense.
I could actually speak to that a little bit. I don't know if that's there. Whenever there's a cruise at port, we feel it in Ybor. I see it in Ybor. We feel it at the Columbia. You see people walking through the district with their suitcases sometimes, trying to figure out places to have coffee. They'll bring them to lunch. So they are definitely, and this is post-cruise, before cruise, because a lot of our employees will interact with them. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, we just got to port, or we're heading out. So just a small glimmer in the city of Tampa, but we do see it in Ybor, which is nice.
Yeah. I'm sure it exists. It'd just be nice if there was a way to be able to capture those numbers and be able to, use them in economic studies,
Yeah, and the economic impact numbers that I showed you, that group, Martin and Associates, they, work with ports all over the country, and the algorithms that they use, they take a lot of that into account. So those numbers are in there somewhere in there, but that's something that it gets asked a lot, and so next time I'm talking to each of our cruise line partners, I'll see if I can't get some more information from them that they'll share with us. And I'd be happy to share that.
That'd be great. Mayor Ross?
Thank you, Commissioner. This is just something to think about. Maybe, I don't know if there's a quick answer to this. Maybe Santiago's group could think about this also. But I'm just wondering, are there opportunities here for us to develop strategies to build on this? But when they get here for a cruise or before they leave, right now it seems like, okay, we're going to go to Tampa, we're going to get on a ship. If they arrive a day or 2 early, they might stumble across Ybor or into the Columbia or something like that, but we're letting them kind of self-guide their trip to Tampa. Is there an opportunity for us to package something to say, hey, you come 2 days before your cruise and we have X, and you can see University of Tampa, you can go see the J.C. Newman cigar place, you can go to Columbia Restaurant. We have these packages available that we make it very simple and portable and affordable for you. It might encourage you to come 2 days early, because look at this, we get to see the cigar factory, or we get to see Clearwater Beach or something like that. I'm just wondering if there's an opportunity, because we're limited by certain factors, the Skyway Bridge, the number of cruise terminals we have. I mean, but it's the people that generate the money.
Right.
So anyway, just something to think about there.
Yeah, and I'll say that, I mean, these cruise lines are very sophisticated businesses. They have divisions, you know, that do exactly what you're talking about. They set up these pre and post and people that are responsible for that. So it does exist. You know, I think it's a matter of, you know, getting an audience with the right people there. And, you know, if there's something that, as a community, Temple Terrace or, you know, whatever, if you had some thoughts and ideas, you know, that would be the team to kind of present it to. But at the end of the day, you know, they're about making money. If you have something that the guests will like, you know, that, you know, they think is going to work, then I think they'd be open for it.
Any other questions, comments? Yeah, Mr. Morris.
Quick question. Just give us an overview of the long term. We know limitations come with the Skyway, and we know ships are getting bigger, and in some regard, give us a bird's eye view of how the port is looking at what tomorrow looks to project. So
we have bounced back from pre-COVID. In 2019, we hit a record number. That's 1.2 million, I think, was our, or close to 1.2 million passengers. That this year we're about 1.17 million passengers, and the cruise lines tend to, you know, project out 2, 3, 4 years, and we know, for the next few years we've got a solid, you know, million plus people a year coming in, barring another COVID or something like that. So we feel pretty good about it, and what a lot of these lines are doing is refurbishing some of their vessels. Because you're right, we do have a restriction from the Causeway, the Sunshine Skyway, and the newest, biggest ships coming out are gigantic, and they won't fit under there, but they are refurbishing these vessels, giving them another 20 years of life, you know, so we feel good, and we're in the process of, you know, signing new contracts with these cruise lines. They love Tampa. They want to stay here. They don't want to give it up. So when they refurbish these, they're committing to a longer term. You know, and there might be some new markets in the Caribbean opening up in the next, who knows when, that could potentially present some good opportunities for Tampa. So.
Any other questions for Mr. Lovelace? Not, thank you very much, sir, for the presentation.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work. Next up is Tampa Sports Authority, Eric Hart. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, board members. Thank you for this opportunity to talk today. I'm going to go right into our slide, try to be brief. I'm a little under the weather, but I want to make sure that we give you the good information today. So we go to the next slide. This report right here in front of you is based on information from 2022 that was collected by the Sports Commission. And you can see over the last year that we've been exceeding a lot of our numbers that we first anticipated on the building. So just on rough estimates without picking up, this is everybody that registers at and goes through the hotel process. We know there are more individuals that actually are staying in hotels that may not be registered, but we're estimating about 67, just under 68,000 room nights were generated by the facility. About 10.5 million in revenues, and you can see just in this 6 cent collections, about 625,000. That doesn't count any of the money that would also go to the county on the other taxes. If you go to the next slide, please. From our initial estimate when we built the building, if you recall those discussions, we had estimated by this year, which would be year 4, we'd have about 38,000 room nights. Happy to show that we're about 30,000 over. 67,727, and we don't see that slowing down. We are still seeing aggressive bookings on it, and the reviews on the facility are great. Next slide, please. The good part is that the county has also made a commitment, not just the TDC. Last year they committed dollars to fund a new plaza building. That picture that you see up there is the new venue. It's for registration, for team store, and for all of the temporary tents. So we're trying to be the one-stop shop for everybody, that when they arrive, They don't have to bring all the stuff and pay all the additional setup costs because the venue is going to be turnkey. So between the locker room facility, this new facility, and then the restroom and concessions facility, we've created a really good opportunity for local vendors with food trucks, along with our internal concessions and all these venues now. Being the best facility out there with grass, if you haven't been out there, you'll see how good our grass quality is. We get rave reviews on it, so it's one of our keys. Next slide, please. Also happy to say the county continues, and I know there was some commitment by the TDC for some additional items, but you'll see within this for venue enhancements for next year, that $1.3 million number that you see up there, a lot of that is not related to the venue. That's actually emergency management. We partner with our emergency management group out there. Since PSOC is out there and the other facilities are out there, we're now a spot for hurricanes. Those venues were all built to Cat 5 strength, so therefore now we see when there's a storm, that is an emergency generator that will also run the entire complex independently. Lights, everything included. We did have a situation last year where we lost lights along that entire corridor of the city, and we had about 5,000 to 10,000 people on site. And if you've ever been out on Columbus when there's no power and no street lights, it's pitch dark. So it's kind of be a dual role for us. So just again, that the county continues to commit to it. Next slide, please. I'd also like to point out that, the Tampa Sports Authority, we represent all your major tenants here in the, the numbers that you see for the New York Yankees, that is a formula created by the state. So that's just kind of an output that you see, and it's based on total spend. We do have to follow that formula for our funding. So that's what, there's an annual report that we give. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Lightning, you should see some reports coming from us. We are working currently on getting some economics on both Raymond James Stadium and Amalie Arena and what they're doing for the hotel rooms, direct and indirect spending. So that should be coming forth soon. The next page, this little activity that we did that I thought would be good for this board to see. Rob and I work closely together as it relates to trying to come up with a conservative number that's built internally on what Raymond James Stadium did over the last year. We've had all the discussions about Taylor Swift and Luke Combs and all these big shows coming in, so we tried to put a calculator to it. And I would tell you that this is a very conservative approach on what we did. We basically took all the tickets sold. We run the Ticketmaster system so we can use zip codes. We put them into 3 categories: outside of 50 miles, inside of 50 miles, or 4 categories: outside of 50 miles, then you had your locals, then you had international, and we had people outside of Florida. If you can see in that number, that's the total traveling tickets. We understand that outside of 50 miles, not all of them are staying, but we also know that there's a lot of people inside of 50 miles that also stay in hotels because they don't want to be in the traffic and deal with it. So we tried to take a conservative approach that based off total sales, we're estimating about 411,000 were traveling into the area. Room nights, we calculated off of that. We took that number and we divided by 4. So we're making the assumption that 4 ticket holders are staying in a room. We know that's a very, very conservative number because that's not typically the case. We know it's much lower. We took the daily rate for each one of the concerts and then we multiplied that out. You can see that just on that conservative estimate, we're estimating over $21 million in impact revenue to the hotels and about $1.3 million in 6-cent collections just on the shows this year. Moving forward, if you move to the next slide, things aren't slowing down. Raymond James Stadium, we are on the national circuit. We are getting the prime shows. This year coming up, we've got Gasparilla, ReliaQuest. Those 2 bowls will be coming in here shortly. Monster Jam, I'm happy to say, is returning, and that continues to grow. The big announcement was Billy Joel and Sting. We are the only date that's doing Billy Joel and Sting anywhere in the country. It's a one-time show. They chose Tampa to play here. I'm happy to say that we're going to be a full house. We're real close right now. The TBA concert that you see up there, I couldn't send it to you because it was early, but that was Kenny Chesney. And I would tell you that the demand that we're seeing on the initial pre-sale is far exceeding what we've seen in the past, based on the fact that Zach Brown Band is with them along with Uncle Cracker. This is going to be a pretty big show for us. Moving forward, there's another show to be announced. I can't announce it yet, but we believe that we're going to have one either on July 2nd or 3rd. Morgan Wallen, 2 sold-out shows, and Zach Bryan's pretty much sold out. We'll be filling out the lineup on those. There will be tickets available as we go, but they'll be releasing those as we get closer. One other piece that I will add is if you've been paying close attention to local press, the city of Tampa made some commitments along with the First Tee of Tampa Bay. We added a new short course at Rogers Park as a destination. The other piece that's coming along with that is that we're putting in a top tracer driving range and expanding it out there. We're trying to make Rogers Park the kind of a tourist destination to start being able to play everything golf there. So from electronic golf to the short course to that to the larger layout of the course. So that's the end of my presentation, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Short and sweet. I like
Short
it,
and
Eric.
sweet.
As a member of the Sports Authority, I want to give Eric some kudos here. He's doing an outstanding job. I think this year, or last year, I should say, based on all the concerts that have come in here, Raymond James Stadium operationally paid for itself. Beyond the revenue sharing and all the expenses, it paid for itself, and that never happens. That's just the fact. That's just reality, and it's based on all these shows that Eric's been able to bring in here. I mean, I can't remember if it was Taylor Swift or one of them, but we were talking with one of the Live Nation guys, and Eric was there, and he said that Tampa's, if it's not the hottest market, at a minimum, it's on par with New York, Chicago, and L.A. Didn't he say that? I mean, I don't remember the gentleman's name, but our market is really on fire, and it's a testament to the fact that we're the only city that's getting Billy Joel and Sting. I mean, that wouldn't have happened years ago. It would have been in Miami or another venue around the country. So, Eric, keep up the great work. You're doing an unbelievable job, and I do have to make a comment on the Sportsplex, since I'm very proud of it. I'm the one that championed it 12 years ago, and back then, I said it was a revenue generator. It would be a revenue generator because that's what the experts told me. And when I gave the update to the board, the county commission a few months ago, I said, now I know it's a revenue generator because I feel it in the pocketbook because my daughter plays travel softball. And it's real money we're talking about. And as Eric says, these are very, very, very conservative estimates that we're projecting or that we're illustrating. We're not capturing all the room nights. We know that. And we're not even considering the F&B of all of what's going on there. I mean, when I was in Myrtle Beach a month or so ago, 2 months ago, my daughter's tournament, I easily spent $1,000 above and beyond the hotel. I mean, we're talking about the Beef O'Brady's and the Outbacks and going to the local go-kart place so the team can have a team building exercise there. It's real money. We're not capturing any of that here. And so I'm very, very proud of that facility, as Eric identified. With the new building, it has locker rooms, world-class concessions. We serve, beer and wine, and it is the talk of the industry. So, and the board's also looking into, we've just begun our due diligence on potentially doing another type of facility, either baseball, softball, or an indoor facility that could have, basketball, volleyball, cheerleading, and things like that. So we know they're revenue generators, and it's something that we'd like to do another facility down the road. So wanted to say that. Eric, you're doing a great job. Any comments, questions, Mr. Morrison?
Just one quick comment, and just to echo the commissioner's observation. For those who are new to the board, we were presented with an opportunity to help the Sportsplex when there was a moment where there was a question as to whether lighting could be ascertained or delivered for the Sportsplex. And this body decided that it was worth the investment, made the investment, and it was one of the smarter things we as a body have done. It was based on the ROI. What can we see? What can we anticipate? And when you talk to any of the hoteliers along I-75, their reaction is they know that this facility is the source of what they're experiencing on weekends, and particularly during, I guess, holiday seasons, Memorial Day, Labor Day, et cetera, et cetera. So congratulations. You promised that you and Rob and the team would deliver, and I think there's no question that you have. Thank you.
And I want to thank you for those remarks, and I should have pointed that out years ago, because I know you were a champion of it back then. I remember sitting on the board here as chair, and the reality is it wouldn't have moved forward if this board hadn't have gotten on board and supported it all along the way. So I want to thank everyone for that. Any other, Mr. Collier?
I mean, obviously the room nights are huge. What did we pay for that facility? I'm just kind of wondering. Our ROI is so much better than we thought it was going to be.
Initially, if I'm not mistaken, Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was 17 million.
It was 15 was the initial
15.
request, and then you put in, the TDC put in dollars for the lights of about 2.4 million. And then we've come back and added about $2 million of additional investment between the locker room facility. It's about 2.5 between the locker room facility and the new vendor facility.
Yeah, so that's,
So all in, you're roughly 20 million, and Ken can attest that the numbers that we've seen for the newer complexes are based on construction costs and are triple that cost. So that's making us do a little bit more homework as we work our way through those.
Extremely wise investment back then when you consider the cost for these facilities now.
Yeah. Congratulations.
So, thank you. Mayor Ross?
Thank you. Good, great presentation, Eric. So I'll be quick because we want to move on, but thank you for that. I'm probably going to call you and maybe ask you or your staff to do a version of this presentation at our council meeting. I don't think the general public has a good idea of all the indirect downstream benefits to some of the things that we do, the stadium, the river walk, the things in the urban core down here. I particularly hear it in my city, and we're not even as far away as like the unincorporated areas. They don't realize that, well, I don't own a restaurant or I don't own a hotel, so what is a Taylor Swift concert doing for me? Well, when in actuality, it's doing a lot for you. And the florist and the port mentioned the linens and the flowers and all the downstream things. And we've done some of this a while back with Visit Tampa Bay to talk about the downstream benefits for all of us. I might ask you to do that too. I think we should all work to do a better job so that people understand, because there's, you know, in the public mind, like, why do we need to put millions of dollars into the stadium? You know, these professional athletes, they have more money than God already, and, you know, we're funding that and they're making money, but we're making money too. And I don't think the public really understands that these investments yield returns. So anyway, I'll probably call you and see if I can arrange something.
And I just want to say, that's an excellent point, and I don't know, I guess it was the last week or so, but the Tampa Bay Business Journal did a story on the community investment tax that's in all likelihood will get approved by the BOCC next year to be reauthorized on the ballot next year. And the focus, as typically it is always around the Buccaneers and, you know, the impact and the agreement we have with them. But I said, hey, remove the Bucs from this equation. Look at all these other events, the Taylor Swifts and the Morgan Wallens and Kenny Chesneys. Buccaneers aside, this is a revenue generator, and we should strongly recognize that. So it's an excellent point.
And to your point, what you've seen at the stadium over the last probably 6 to 7 years, you know, we promoted a concert in 2011 where the county actually and the city took risk with the TSA. That was Kenny Chesney. That was the jumping stone for everything you see, because Tampa was considered kind of a dead market. So when the board hired me, that was one of the items we talked about, is how do we make this building useful to the community, not just the Bucs. So that has been the primary driver and strategic plan of the authority. And we've spent a significant amount of time, effort, and energy building and rebuilding relationships. So a lot of what you're seeing now is relationships, and the market is responding. So you will see the numbers coming out from Raymond James Stadium here shortly as we finish our audit. But this is the first time in history that Raymond James Stadium is going to produce, we're going to produce almost $17 million in profits. A lot of the lion's share of that will be split with the team, But what that's doing for the community is that's making the building actually producing. We pay taxes because a portion of the property we have is we're going to pay all those taxes and return additional dollars to the taxpayers. And we anticipate that that's probably next year also. So while we're in this, it's a relationship game, and that building, when we put together the economics to see the number of people that we employ, most people don't realize that there are about 3,500 people working on a game day. And right now, if you go over there, there's 500 cars in the parking lot because all the food's got to be prepared. The building's got to be prepped. We've got maintenance contractors. It's a significant generator for local economic impact. So I'd add one thing also is I didn't introduce Steve Reed. I want to make sure that the board knows Mr. Reed is our vice president of Sportsplex operations. He's the boots on the ground. He's the guy, the direct interface with the clients, with the CVB, with Sports Commission, that he and his team are really building this thing.
All right, well, welcome, Steve. And Eric's very modest, but he's doing just a remarkable job at Sports Authority. So keep up the great work, Eric. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Eric. Congratulations.
Thank you all. What was that? You're a Swiftie?
I'm going to say you need to do something to fix next April for us because we all sat at the budget table and you made it very difficult for us in April.
April?
April of next year.
Well, didn't I already fix part of that?
Part of it, but you got a little more work to do.
I got a little more to do. Okay, I'll work on that. I'm actually working on something for April, so we'll see if we can make it happen.
All right, thanks, Eric. All right, next up, Sports Commission, Rob Higgins. Good morning, Rob.
Morning, guys. I usually love getting a chance to interact and follow Eric, but not when he's under the weather and I got to use the same microphone. So I can already feel it like coming on right now.
Load up on the vitamin C and echinacea.
Exactly. Again, Rob Higgins. I'm executive director of the Tampa Bay Sports Commission. Always start with a thank you. Truly appreciate this body's continued support and investment with the Sports Commission and the whole community. Your vision has led to some great success, which I'll walk you through just a small sample of that here this morning if you take me to the next slide. I'll start off with some great news. Last year, our overall hotel visitor room night goal was 170,000 room nights. Our record in our history was about 220,000 hotel visitor room nights. And I'm pleased to report that we have surpassed over 250,000, 254,136 to be specific. So that is without a Super Bowl or a college football playoff national championship. That is really heavily predicated off of the youth and amateur market. We have such a great partnership with Eric and Santiago with the CVB. In terms of the Sportsplex, Eric helps operate it, we help market it, and it's really a fantastic 1-2 punch. Next slide. In terms of those major events, we were so excited to kick off the NCAA Division I college volleyball season right here in our hometown at Amalie Arena with our Road to Tampa Bay Invitational. It's on the same court that the season will end about 35 days from now at Amalie Arena as well. The last time we hosted the national championship, which I'll hit on in just a few minutes, was about 14 years ago. When we hosted then, we did a similar kickoff event there that had about 5,000 fans in attendance. This year we had 13,500 fans. So a huge jump and something we're certainly really proud of. Next slide. It was an overall weekend of different events featuring 3 of the top 15 teams in the country, as well as our host institution, USF. A lot of great programming that took place. Next slide. In terms of the national championship, it's December 14th and 17th, right at Amalie Arena for the very first time ever. The championship on the 17th is going to be televised on ABC. We are shooting for a championship attendance record. We're pacing really well against that, and we're really excited with how it's shaping up. And then lastly, I'll mention in tandem with the national championship comes the American Volleyball Coaches Association convention. They're seeing record attendance for it as well, and you can tell that their constituency is really pumped up to be coming here for all their seminars and programming that'll take place in conjunction with the national championship. So as I look around, I know each of you are helping with that event in some way, and we truly appreciate your support. That's how we're able to get these college championships to come back. Up next, next slide, the Royal Rumble returns to our community for the very first time since actually 1994. It's on the heels of hosting WrestleMania 37 a few years ago with WWE. It's an overall regional effort. Royal Rumble itself will take place on January 27th at Tropicana Field, which is the same day as Gasparilla. And then 2 nights later, Monday Night Raw will take place at Amalie Arena on January 29th. We had this great playbook when it came to the 2018 NHL All-Star Weekend taking place over top of Gasparilla Weekend, and we're excited to replicate that in a lot of ways and have a lot of great integration between the Gasparilla and WWE. Next slide. A few additional major bid updates. The NCAA bid cycle for the next round of college championships is underway now. Bids are due in February. That's for events like Frozen Four. That's for events like the NCAA Volleyball Championship, again, as well as several Division II events. So we're excited to see what we may be able to bring home for the years of the school years of 26-27, as well as 27 and 2028. We're back in great conversations with the U.S. Gymnastics Championship and National Congress, which you may recall we hosted last August in 2022. We're looking at the potential to bring them back in 2027. And then the Savannah Bananas, which we had the pleasure of hosting last year back in April, just announced that they are coming back to kick off their world tour February 8th through the 10th. And that's a tour that will actually go to 6 different Major League Baseball stadiums, as well as a variety of different venues across the country. Again, we're excited to have them here for a 3rd night. Last year we had them for 2 at Steinbrenner Field, and it sold out last year, not within hours or minutes, really within seconds. So we know there's going to be no problem filling Steinbrenner Field for 3 straight nights. Next slide. Commissioner Hagan, as well as Eric, touched on the facility feasibility studies that took place. The County Commission received those last month in terms of the potential for an indoor field house, as well as outdoor baseball softball complex. I don't want to repeat Eric's numbers in terms of what's taken place in terms of room nights, but if you look at the next slide, you'll see a great snapshot when it comes to the Sportsplex in terms of the variety of different events that take place there, as well as the sports. It's certainly a versatile complex that has far exceeded every expectation when it comes to hotel visitation. And then I'll wrap with this final slide, which I think is a great overall summary in terms of our last year. I started off with those room nights in terms of over 250,000, but to boil those down, those were across 28 different sports, 99 events specifically, and then I'll end with the return on investment. This body invested $1.3 million into our funding, in addition to some supplemental funding of $250,000, a total of $1.6 million. And through these events, we returned $2.6 million of bed tax. That does not include sales tax. It doesn't include the visitor spending that Commissioner Hagan referenced. It's truly just the bed tax. So when you look at ROI, we're really proud to be able to play that role, but it's a partnership. And without your investment, without your vision, it wouldn't take place. So thanks so much for all your continued support. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Right, any questions or comments for Rob? Rob always likes to say, he talks about a partnership, but his term is a Team Tampa Bay, and it certainly is a team effort. It's a wonderful partnership between Rob, Santiago, and Eric Hart, the Sports Authority, and this board in Hillsborough County. They just do a wonderful job working together. So, Rob, keep up the great work, man.
Thank you. I'm going to go get some Gatorade and some Dayquil. And
Echinacea and vitamin C. All right. Last up is our buddy Santiago from Prevention and Visitors Bureau.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, members of this body. You know, Rob, sharing is caring, so it's all good. We'll all be sick together. I promise I'll get numerous speeding tickets during my presentation, but a few things came up during the conversation this morning that I'd like to expand on a little bit more. First of all, I want to say thank you, like Rob, to all of you, because we work outside of this meeting. We have so many things we do together that are not highlighted at this meeting, so thank you. And also thank you to our Board of County Commissioners for their incredible support. You saw today numbers, and collectively, those numbers make us number one. But the caution is, when you're number one, there are only two things that can happen. You can stay number one, or you can drop out of being number one. And when I heard the presentations today, I was at a convention, and I was sitting in a session with Meeting Professionals International. And the gentleman doing the presentation said, if any destination out there can get any one of these events to come to your destination, you're going to see huge economic impact. Taylor Swift, Beyonce, or the Savannah Bananas. And I raised my hand, and I probably shouldn't have, and I said, ooh, we just had all three within the last 3 months. I was the most hated man at that session. I almost had to leave because the dirty looks could have killed us. Cruises, Mayor, we've done a lot of work with our port, and especially some of the individual cruise lines, Celebrity. I remember when we had cruise ships to Cuba, we were talking about our connections to Cuba and why you should spend a little time in Cuba and Tampa before you go to the real Cuba and maybe on the way back. So we've done a lot around making sure that our attractions, our restaurants, our destination is enjoyed by those that decide to get here early or leave a little bit later after their cruise. We love port of call visits. I know we've worked with partners to make sure that restaurants and the streetcar is working when we have that captive audience. So we've done a whole lot there. And, you know, Mayor, back to your point about why the regular person should care. You know, our CFO for the state has said that 1/4 of Florida's sales tax comes from visitors. And in our community, our visitors generate $541 million in local and state taxes, saving some of our households over $900 in additional taxes. So the quality of life is improved by those taxes that come back to our county and our cities. And then one last thing before I get some speeding tickets here, I can tell you that we have a third party now that has incredible technology where we can actually track individuals based on those smartphones. We used it for the first time when we hosted the Super Bowl to see what that economic impact would be since our hometown team was playing in the Super Bowl. And it's scary stuff because we can tell the locals from the out-of-towners, and not only whether they were at the game, but whether they went to the mall or Busch Gardens or out to Temple Terrace or Plant City. So we can actually now, in a very sophisticated way, confirm some of the numbers that are being thrown out there because we want to make sure that it's accurate. So that third party is Zardico, and we use them quite a bit now to confirm numbers and economic impact. So on to the presentation. If we could pull up the next slide, please. No surprise here, we're doing a fourth quarter presentation. These are Smith Travel Research numbers. So these are actuals for August, July, August, September. You can see our growth over the last several years. I'm not going to belabor the point because it all confirms everything you've heard today from all of our presenters. Next slide, please. When you look at hotel performance, you know, we look at it by quadrant. We believe that everyone shares in the wealth and in the progress of the industry. So you see there some Smith Travel Research numbers for the quarter for our 4 quadrants: downtown, East Tampa, North Tampa, and West Shore. Obviously, you know, great numbers. Next slide, please. And our competitive convention set, where you look at occupancy for the fourth quarter, you see where we stand with that set. And before we look at ADR and RevPAR for the comp set, I can tell you that the competition is heating up. You know, we got out of the gate early in 2020, actually in 2020, and we've set records, but the competition for visitors is fierce. And we're starting to see a return to visitation from international visitors, but also all of our domestic destinations that compete. They're putting a lot of money into knocking people off the top perch. I can tell you that. We monitor them. We know their budgets. We know what they're doing, just the same way they look at us and they know what we're doing. So the competition is really, I was so glad to hear all the great things that are coming because, like I said, you either stay number one or you don't. And I'm glad we have a lot of powder to use here coming up. Next slide will be on average daily rate. And you see kind of middle of the pack there. And then the next slide will show revenue per available room. Again, this is for the quarter. We set a fiscal year record, and we are comparing ourselves to ourselves a year ago. So we have to keep that in mind. But again, another fiscal year record, as you heard Mr. Barton mention. Next slide. Hotel taxable revenue, this is for the fourth quarter. You saw the entire year from Mr. Barton. Next slide, we're talking about the bed tax associated for the quarter. Obviously, 13 plus million, another record for the fourth quarter, collectively up to that almost 65, 66 million that Mr. Barton spoke about. Next slide. Group production in the quarter for future years. We've been busy, and we have a lot of eyes on us, and we're working hard to maintain all of our conventions that are looking at Tampa to stay in Tampa, and that's a big job these days. So again, great production. Next slide. If you look at actualization, groups that were here during the fourth quarter, obviously we had one of the most successful summer convention seasons that included some of the fourth quarter. So again, just a great amount of economic impact, over $65 million in economic impact for the quarter. Next slide, please. On the road, there's a quick little video of our activation in Atlanta, some of the marketing efforts. So if we could play the video, please. It's a short video. And obviously, you see a lot of our local partners participating in these activations. Next slide, I think you'll see some metrics associated with the number of days that we were there. We're talking about close to 80,000 people walking through the area. You see the associated visits to the website. Next slide. And of course, we continue to welcome familiarization visits and media missions from all over the world that are interested in what's happening here in Tampa. Next slide. This is free placements. This is earned media, almost $25 million in media placements that we didn't pay for. And that's because of how attractive we are these days, that some people are willing to cover us without charging us. And that's a good situation. I remember a time when that wasn't a situation, where we weren't as well recognized or as attractive, and we paid for every bit of media. Now we're getting quite a bit of earned media because there's so much interest. Next slide. This is one of our influencers. All righty. Speeding ticket, meetings and conventions campaigns. doing a whole lot of marketing around that space, drawing groups and keeping groups here. You see some of those metrics from October through June for our campaigns, and I can tell you that we are investing more in meetings and conventions marketing than we ever have. And we're seeing the fruits of that labor with, record-setting summer business. Again, next year, we've got a very, very healthy summer, so we're very excited about the return. On the next slide, I believe you'll see some of the work we did around the renovations that this board approved for our convention center in the city. Did a lot of work with that convention center team to show what's new at the center, because there are lots of folks building new centers, renovating, remodeling. So whatever we do here, we really, really need to talk about to the meetings and conventions world. Next slide. Our multicultural campaigns are doing exceedingly well. Here are some of the publications and groups that we market with. So the dollars that you approve are invested in the things you're seeing today to draw those record numbers of visitors here that have that economic impact. Next slide, please. As you know, there was a bit of anxiety by some groups visiting Florida in particular, not Tampa specifically. So we went out of our way to develop a number of tools to make sure that those conventions that were definite continued to stay with us and that we could attract conventions that might have some issues with Florida. So again, we did an all our welcome video, an inclusivity toolkit, a meetings toolkit, all to address some of the issues that we were being presented with by potential conventions, meetings, and events. Next slide. We've also done a great amount of work around accessibility. In fact, we're seen as one of the leading organizations in the country dealing with welcoming all visitors again, especially those that may have some obstacles to travel. So we've won awards. We partner with Wheel the World, Travelability, and the notice we've gotten is interesting. I always say imitation the best form of flattery. So we're starting to see other destinations now doing some of these things, which is phenomenal because it's the right thing to do. Next slide. We also partner with our arts community. We've worked with our arts community to highlight the art that we have here, just like we partner with our culinary community, and you all know the success with Michelin and the kind of attention we're getting there. This is, again, another short video of our work in the art space.
We're always living with the result of what happened 100 years ago or 10 years ago. How do we put that in context? How do we connect it with what's happening today?
Art can transcend you to another world, and it can happen in a heartbeat.
As an artist, yeah, give me all that color, that's good.
Good culture, good art is the fabric of your community.
You learn to maybe understand the stranger sitting next to you more than you did before the show started.
If you tried to take advantage of everything that was happening in this community, you would probably never make it home to go to sleep.
Find some way to enter it, and it's like you're in a whole new club. You're in a whole new way of thinking. The world is brand new again.
And last, but certainly not least, the industry is recognizing us for cutting-edge marketing, reaching out to diverse communities, record-setting. So during the fourth quarter, we received 2 Flagler Awards from Visit Florida. That's the highest award that they can bestow upon any destination marketing organization. So we were very, very proud of those 2 awards. And with that, I again want to thank all of you for your incredible support, not just on this board, but on a daily basis. I can't tell you how often we interact outside of this meeting, making sure that our destination is incredibly successful. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you for all you do for us, because you do a heck of a lot for us, and thank you to all of you.
Well, Santiago, very much appreciate your kind words and incredible job you and all your staff really do. You guys are just are terrific. I think We probably have the hardest working guy in the industry right here with Santiago, but you do a great job, and I think you put out some of the best videos of anything I've ever seen too. So those are always great. Any questions or comments, Mr. Morrison?
Quick comment, and Santiago touched on it, but I don't want to diminish how critical our response was on the whole issue of inclusion. And just a quick story, I had a head of a piece of business that we now have secured who called to say that, Bob, I've got a problem. Our national president has called me and asked me, are you sure we want to come to Tampa? And because of the relationships that she had with so many of you around this dais and as well as the community as a whole, and Visit Tampa Bay, she said, we're good. The national president said to her, well, if you say we're good, then here's what I'm about to tell you. If it goes well, you'll get all the praise. If it goes sideways, I will deliver it on your doorstep. And with that, that local liaison didn't back up, didn't back off. And it's because of the kinds of material and the kinds of collateral relationships that weren't just a today proposition, but one that's been done because it's the right thing to do, because in the end of the day, money is green. So congratulations on that effort. It's one thing for us to say good things, but for someone who's not in the industry, not in the hospitality space, to be willing to put their personal credibility on the table speaks to the fact that we earned it the old-fashioned way. So congratulations.
And the inclusion video was one of the, he didn't show it today, was one of the videos I was referencing. You know, I was proud to participate in it, and it was really a remarkable job.
Yeah, I can tell you, Commissioner, that other destinations are now creating their own. We're trying to create one for the state of Florida where all of us participate in that video. So again, it was a trendsetter that a number of other destinations are now looking to duplicate because it had such impact. We had the who's who of our city, of our county on the video talking about how we love all people, and that it went a long ways for us.
Great job. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, can we have just a motion, I guess, to accept the quarterly report? Motion, Mr. Morrison. Second, Mr. Placencia. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries unanimously. Ron, any issues? Any other discussion items? Board members? If not, we're adjourned. Thank you.